Why couldn't it just be Brows or Brows Beauty Bar, right? So instead of blush, we do Brow Bandits, right? We do Brow Bandit, or we do Beautiful Brows. And you can go into the bar piece. Like I'm not, I don't go to beauty bars, so I don't, but what I take away from the bar is that you offer additional services with that. So Brow Bandits would get me in, right? Or what about this? There's an old saying that says, don't beat my brows. Don't be a brow beater. You could be a brow beater. So we can go brow beater. Does that make sense? Does it make sense? Any of those names click for you? Brow Bandits, Beautiful Brows. So also it will be Brow Bandits, Beauty Bar, Beautiful Brows, Beauty Bar, Brow Beater, the Brow Bar, right? How about the Brow Bar? That's simple. So when I look at it, the Brow Bar, I know exactly what it is that you do. Does that make sense? It's simple. And then the number goes right in. Let's see. Okay. And I'm not saying makeup we still have. And what was it? Makeup, brows, and lashes. Okay? Yeah, so all of that works. All of that works. My point is, and I appreciate you, Tanisha, but just being open with us and letting us kind of use your business as an example. But that is simple. So when we talk about naming a business, do your customers a favor and make it simple. Make it easy for them to do business with you and make it easy for them to pick your business. My 17-year-old son started a lawnmower service last year, okay, in the spring. He did a phenomenal job. In like 2 weeks, he had like 20 plus clients. I mean, he really, really did a phenomenal job. But all he called it was Travis's Lawn Service. That's it. It's Travis's Lawn Service. So people know his name and they know what he does. And it's simple. We get so caught up in the extravagant stuff because we want our name to mean something. Do that later, right? You can go back to the, what is it? What's your original business name? It is Blush Bandits Beauty Bar. You can do Blush Bandits when the beauty bar has about 8 locations, right? When they have like 8 locations all over Atlanta, all over Georgia, moving into these other places, this, you can call it whatever it is you want to call it. Blush Bandits, whatever, right? But you have to develop the name first. If you don't develop the name first, you're going to spend most of your time talking about or explaining to people what your business name means instead of selling them on your true value proposition, right? And the value proposition, we can definitely talk about another day, but the value proposition is, why should I choose you to do my brows? And don't tell me it's fast and it's safe, because they all should be fast and safe. What is that? And that's how we choose what it is that we choose. We know 9.5 times out of 10, it doesn't matter what Chick-fil-A we walk into, we're going to be greeted with hello, and when they give us our food and we say thank you, they're going to say it was my pleasure. We're almost with a certainty know that that's what's going to happen. Well, that's a value proposition for the company, right? It's the kindness. It's the customer service. When we go anywhere, we expect good customer service anywhere we go. But what we don't expect is exceptional customer service. So if you use something like Publix, when you go to Publix, it used to amaze me that the people would bring your groceries out to your car. They would insist on it. They would insist on loading the groceries in your car themselves, and they would insist that and will not accept a tip. That just, nope, I'm good, thank you, thanks, it was great seeing you. And they go on with their business. It's amazing. I'm sure somebody accepted a tip at some point. But generally, they don't. Like, they don't accept the tips. So that's my point. And that's when we talk about value proposition. We expect fresh food. We expect clean stores. Those things can't be your value proposition. So we'll talk about that again in another video, another week. I may put some stuff on. If you guys, of course, during the week, if you do have questions, just put them out there. You can hit me at AskXavierJ, at AskXavierJ on Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, as well as Twitter. And I'll answer whatever questions that you guys have. But the brow bar is simple. It's simple. It's super simple, and you can do a few things. You can do the brow bar. You can do Brows Are Us, right? And that's just a play on Toys R Us, right? So if you think about the name Toys R Us, it is a super simple name. It's a super simple business name. Toys R Us, wow, where do I go to get my toys? You go to Toys R Us. Where do I go to get my brows done? You go to Brows R Us, right? Brows R Us. So I hope that helped, or at least got you thinking. And then if you never just need to change it, then change it. Change it. Just change it on your marketing material. You could do the brow bar, formerly Brow Bandits, Beauty Bar, right? The brow bar, formerly Blush Bandits, Beauty Bar. And then you do that for 6 months or so, 3 to 6 months on your marketing material and put out the brow bar. And then, of course, as they come in, then you upsell, right? You upsell. I tell you, and I'll give you something extra also, Tanisha, for your business. If you have a website, if you don't have a website, get one, because that'll tell your business story like nobody's business. So there's a few things. One, if you don't have a website, get one. If you do have a website, give incentives for people to pay in advance. One, so prepay. So one is prepay. Do you have a website, Tanisha? Are you still with me? And I'm squinting, guys, and you can barely see my screen because as you get older, your eyes don't. So I already know. So Tanisha, do you have a website? You still with me, Tanisha? If you're not, that's cool. I'm gonna continue to talk as if you're there. Maybe you're doing something else, but I want to give you some pointers on what you can do to increase your business for your beauty bar, right? Just doing eyebrows, right? So one on the website is prepay packages. So sell packages right up front, right? So people will buy these packages for friends. They'll buy them for family. You have the holiday season coming up. And let me tell you, you have a humongous opportunity in this holiday season to do some great things with your business. Matter of fact, guys, I'm going to pause really quick. I am going to put up a link. I did a blog post on my website, and I want to give you guys I want to give you that link. So just give me a quick second. I'm going to share this with you. And I'm going to share the link. But the link is about, it was a marketing blog post that I did. And this will help your business. Trust me. This will help you. This will help you. This will help you. I did a blog post here recently about what your business is missing out on right now. And let's see. All right, so I am going to add this to the conversation, this link, and it's really going to serve you well. I promise, it's really going to serve you. You guys get a chance, go and watch this video, but it is called, there it is. But this is what your business is missing out on right now, and this is one of the major things that most businesses are missing out on right now. And it's a marketing blog post, but that is a huge opportunity. This holiday season is for your business to get more done now. The other link that I'm going to share with you guys is, for those that are not familiar with my work, there's another link, and that is the 7-day challenge. That's the business challenge I've talked about at the beginning of the broadcast. But so anyway, if you haven't thought about your marketing campaign for this holiday season, you are seriously missing out on major money. So prepaid packages. Now, the way that you price prepaid packages is like this. Let's say that your $85, let's say Tanisha's $85 package included, that's her top of the line, right? That's her platinum package. And it's $85 per session, and if the session is 30 minutes, it's $85. But let's say it costs. Let's talk about the cost. Let's say the cost for this particular session, her cost, let's say it's $40. Okay? So she has a $45 markup. It's a $45 markup, right, for this service. But if it costs her $40 to provide the service, she could split it. She could split that 45, and I would go with around 20 to 25 bucks. So I would say 25, right, which gives me $65. It only gives me a $25 profit margin. However, which is still 50%, over 50%, that's still a 55% profit margin, which is still awesome, right? But I'm going to sell it at 65 if you buy 3 at one time, okay? If you buy 3, which is going to bring you to 195, I believe, 18, 15, 180, 15, 195. It's going to bring you to 195, and I don't mind that, because what it actually cost me, 3 was 120. I've actually made $75, and I haven't even done any of the work yet, right? This is an amazing deal. So $195 for the 3 of the $85 packages versus 3 of these 85, 3 has 24 plus 15, 240 versus 255, right? So you see the savings. So one of the key things, Tanisha, if you're still with me, one of the key things I would do is I would start with a prepaid package at some point. You know what? Now, right? Like, you need to be doing a prepaid package right now for your most expensive service. Most expensive service, prepaid package, okay? That's first. The next thing I would do is a membership program. I would start a membership program for your low. So we're going to do membership program for your low to medium tier service. Now, the $85 was top tier. So let's scroll back up, guys, and Tanisha's pricing is $10, $25, and $85. So her pricing is $10, $25, and $85. Over here, we've already done a special here. That's the gift certificates, right? So, and those make great gifts. A person can come in and spend $195 and give 3 people a platinum brow beading session package, right? And that's huge. That's huge, right? So keep that in mind. All right. But you still have a $10 and a $25. You still have a $10 and $25. Tanisha, are you still with me? Are you back? If you are, just give me a thumbs up or reply, because I want to ask you about something about the business. So if you are still in the room, just reply. Let's see. I don't know if you're here or not. I don't see you. I don't see the... Yeah, I don't see you. Which is okay. Which is okay. No biggie. And this is what I was going to ask her. The $10 to $25 package. And keep in mind, guys, Tanisha has a beauty bar. And this, when we begin to talk tonight, we begin to talk about naming your business. Naming your business is what we started with. And in naming your business, Tanisha owns her beauty bar, and we begin to talk about the name of the business and how she could change the name or how she could work with the name. At the end of the day, guys, a customer within 3 seconds should know what your business is and how to contact you. What your business is and how to contact you. You have 3 seconds because our attention span is so short. Think about it. Half of you have, during this video, half of you have either took a phone call, responded to something on Facebook, responded to a tweet, a message, commented on something somewhere else, looking at something, answered something from the kids. You have that quick to make a first impression. Think about when you're scrolling up your timeline. How many ads have you seen? You have, and there it's about half a second. Half a second to 2 seconds, maybe, max. If when you're talking about social media marketing, digital marketing, you don't have long at all. But that's how we started. And then we started talking about with Tanisha's business. I wanted to touch on what the profit margin was. I want to talk about what was her best-selling product. And that's the way that I believe you should name your business. You name your business on the thing that you're making money on. If you're not making money on the main item of your business, you need to go back and look at your business, right? So she sells, she does brows, and that's where she makes the bulk of her cash. And so we came up with a name called the Beauty Bar or the Brow Bar. So the Brow Bar or Brow Beaters or something like that, that tells people exactly what it is. And then the website would go along with that. Browbeaters.com, thebrowbar.com. If it's already taken, the Brow Bar, and put your location, the browbarmcdonough.com. And so you can, or the browbargeorgia.com. .coms are still some of the best websites to get. You can still get these, you can still get a .com. Shoot for a .com if you can, because people are used to the .com, right? You can do a .org and all this other stuff is coming out now, but if someone doesn't know anything about your business, they will remember a name and a .com, right? So I can generally go out and search thebrowbar.com or browbeaters.com. Or if I say, here, go to my website at Browbeaters, and we walk away and they forget, well, what do they say? The first thing they're going to try is .com if they're interested in doing your service. So, anyway, so first thing is packages. So I told her to create packages because she's moving into the holiday season. We all are. And if you're missing this holiday season, if you don't have a package or something together to get ready for this holiday rush, you are you're missing the boat. You can sell. Think about it. If she sells one of her platinum packages a day, this is an $85 platinum package, but she's going to sell 3 for $195. She just sells 3 of those a day, or sell 1 a day, 5 days a week. She's at almost $1,000. And the benefit of doing these prepaid packages is now you have the money in hand, right? Now be gracious, on how people can redeem them. Don't sell a package. If they want to come a year later, then fine. It is what it is. They paid you, so have some integrity and do the service. But anyway, so that's how that goes. The second thing I told her to do is a membership program. So first was prepay, and that was her platinum tier. That was platinum, okay? But she has a $10 and a $25 service. In addition to that, she has makeup and lashes. Now, the way that you create and this is why membership programs are so awesome. I'm sure somebody on this video now or has watched it tonight has a membership in something that you don't use. Now, I'm not telling you that's why you go and get a membership. What I'm telling you is that you bless the people by the masses, right? You bless them with the masses. And we'll go, and if it's something especially insignificant, like a $10, $15, a friend of mine, Darnell, I remember he came on, maybe it was the first of the year or the last part of last year. Darnell, if you're watching, you can correct me. But he talked about how he was paying one of these membership fee and had been paying it for 5 or 6 months. 5 or 6 months and didn't even notice it. Didn't even notice it. So membership programs are great. And what you do when you develop a membership program is you give people a great value for your service. You give them phenomenal value for their service because you're getting the money up front. So let's say she charged $50 a month. $50 a month, and out of the $50, she was able to sign up, 20 people. 20 people. So 20 people at the $50 a month. Okay? All right? 20 people at $50 a month. That's $1,000. Okay? She gets that at the first of the month, every month. Let's just say she keeps 20 people. She gets $1,000 at the beginning of the month, every single month for her program. And let's just say in the program, she offers whatever this $10 brow is, maybe this $25 brow, maybe 2 of these or 1 of these. 2 of those, 1 of those. 2 makeup sessions. And 1 set of lashes a month, right? Let's say regularly, if she did 2 of these or 1 of these, 2 and 1 of these, let's say it comes up to around $70. Let's say 70. Let's say it. But with $70, they're not going to give it to me at one time. They're going to give it to me a little bit at a time. And I may not get it. But at $50, it's such a great deal. Now let's say between whatever this $10 is, let's say that this is only a $2. This is only a $2 product for me. So 2, 4. This is $4 right here. Makeup. makeup probably has a ridiculously high profit margin because you pay it, right? You pay for this kit and then you use it, you know, per person. Really, I think what you're paying for when you're doing makeup, correct me if I'm wrong, of anybody that's on the broadcast tonight, but it's the skill set that you're paying for, right? You're paying for how a person does what they do. I've seen some videos over the years where, I mean, just women have done some amazing things with just the bare minimum stuff. So I even saw a YouTube video. The girl, it was just so interesting. She said that it was how to look or how to use cheap makeup to make it look expensive or something like that. But anyway, so let's say with makeup, this has a high profit margin. Let's say each time she sits down and does a session, it only costs her, let's say, $5. Lashes, now, unless you guys, I mean, I don't know about lashes, but they really, I mean, they got to be cheap. I mean, it's not much material there. When I say cheap, I mean the material to get, right? So let's say her wholesale cost is $2. Okay? So here is 4, 5. So $4 and $5, that's 9, 10, 11 bucks. $11 is what she has invested into the materials that she would use for the month. Out of this $11, and she's getting $50 per person before she's even spent the 11. Does that make sense? And so this is a great deal because you get the money ahead of time, right? And all she has to do each month is add an additional 5 people. That's it. 5 people, 1.5 people a week, 1 person a week. She adds to the $50 program, and by the end of the year, she's over 200 people in her program, and 200 people in her program is $10,000 a month. Now you say, well, she can't do 200 people. I know she can't, but with $10,000, you can pay an apprentice. $10,000, you can afford to pay somebody to help you. Now, once I bring somebody in, and I can make, and now we're talking about something else. Now we're talking about growing and expanding a business. If I'm making $10,000 a month just in my membership, we haven't done any of the work yet. I get $10,000 on the first of the month. Does that make sense? And then I still have my prepaid packages. You get what I'm saying? So I still have my prepaid packages. I still have my membership program, and that's C/S. I still have my regular customers. I still have people that come in anyway and utilize the service. So these are 3 major components of growing the business. One is just my regular customers, and you're going to get in there and you're going to do a phenomenal job of just helping them grow their business. The prepaid packages, because we're moving up on the holiday season, all you literally have to do, there are programs out there that'll do it digitally, or you can simply get a certificate book. It doesn't even have to be anything great. Get a certificate book from one of the office supply stores. You can order them online. Get some envelopes for people to put them in. You can even mail them out themselves. Let them pay you, and you can send it, mail it yourself. You can, write on there, the unicorns have, mixed the perfect, makeup for you, and your friend, Andrea believes that you should get some of this unicorn powder on your face. Sincerely, the Brow Bar. We look forward to seeing you soon. And you mail it to them yourself, right? So you got that. You like the unicorns, right? So once again, regular customers, we're going to make our money there. Prepaid packages, you get the money up front, and all you have to do is simply stay open, right? Like, that's all you have to do. Keep your business open until they come in and redeem the package. And the last one I talked about is membership. And in the membership program, that's just what it is. It is a membership program where people can help you, or people pay you ahead of time, just like a gym, just like your health care insurance, like everything else. You might as well take your business and see, how can I cash in with a membership piece? So with that being said, guys, if there's anybody on tonight that has a question about your business, this is Business Building Tuesday. My name is Xavier, and this is what I do. This is one of the ways that I give back to the business and entrepreneurial community in helping you grow your business. helping you grow. And once again, I'm not out here selling anything. I simply want you to be successful. I truly believe that inside of you, you have the potential to be amazing, awesome, to run a profitable business, whether it's your full-time business or something you do on the side. If you could make an additional $5,000 a year with a side business, I'm not talking about joining this, that, or the other. I'm talking about taking the skill sets that you already have to go out and do something amazing. So just keep that in mind, right? Keep it in mind. I know that you have some great potential. I did mention a friend of mine earlier. I mentioned Rico McDaniel, who is the CEO of Nove. Great friend, and he's been a great entrepreneur, and he has done some amazing things in the network marketing space. And I will reach out to him and see if I can get him on with us one Tuesday night. I know that he will add tremendous value to you, and that's for those that are interested in the network marketing component. I think that there is definitely a space for that, and I want to bring in an expert. I don't want to speak on it because it's not what I do. What my job is, or what I do, is I use skills and talents. I look at different business ideas and thoughts, and I utilize those to create revenue. And I think I heard one of the best definitions I ever heard to entrepreneurship this week. He said that entrepreneurship is providing, is helping someone's need and getting paid for it. I think that was just one of the best definitions I'd ever heard of entrepreneurship. It's fulfilling a need or helping someone's need and getting paid for it. That's all an entrepreneur is. And so keep that in mind. If you have a service, I talk about, you'll see it over here in the link. I have two courses there, or two pieces there. The first link there is if you do have a business, I did a blog post on why you should be doing special marketing right now. Like why this time is so amazing for you. What packages, what specials do you have for the holiday season? This is the season of giving, right? It's literally a time of year when people go out and look to buy things that are going to help other people. Why is your business not cashing in on it? I don't know. The second one, the second link is the 7-Day Challenge. The 7-Day Challenge is a challenge that is designed to help your business or help you begin, right? Half of the issue that people have is just starting. That's all it is. It's nothing more than that. They just need to start. And that's all that needs to happen. So that's what you have there. You are more than welcome to jump on it and jump on the program. It's 7 days. It's a free course, and I think that you will do some amazing things if you just do it. Right? As I said at the top of the hour, that you could take the principles that are in that course and make 6 figures with whatever business you want it to be. Like, I truly believe that. You can take whatever's in that course. I talk about brainstorming the business idea. I talk about marketing the idea. I talk about not only creating the marketing material yourself, I give you the free websites to do it. You see me walk through it, like you see it. You also, you have the ability to go out and market it on your own. I tell you the marketing strategy to use. I tell you who to get on board to make sure that your business gets out to the masses. Like, this information is there. I've done the work, guys. I've made the mistakes over the years. I've lost a lot of money learning the do's and don'ts of entrepreneurship. And I want to share it. I want to give it. I want to give it to you. So with that being said, if you do have any questions, guys, that's what this video is for. Every single week, we talk about marketing. We talk about profitability. We talk about growing your business. If you do have a question about your business, if you have a question about a business you want to start and you just need a thinking partner, there's the chat. Simply type in, what is it, right? What is the question that you want to ask? So I see we have a few folks on. Again, this is Business Building Tuesday. This is what this is about. This is not about me selling you anything. This is about whatever business you have. I don't care what it is. I can teach you how to grow it, teach you how to make money with it. What I do is I tell people you have to Something just popped, guys. And I don't know what it was. I'm still here. It's one of my lights. Sorry, guys. Here I come. Here I come. I'm sorry. Something popped, man. I had one of my lights pop. Get out, man. Gee whiz. No worries. It wasn't a Samsung light. It wasn't a Samsung light. So, as I was saying, one of my strengths is just this. My strength is helping your business grow. It's helping your business move to the next level. It's helping your business do what it needs to do to be successful, right? And so as I talk to you guys about operating in your strength, one of my strengths, my gift, I like to say, is I literally can take any business, and help it grow. Like any business, I don't care what you're selling. I don't care I don't care. It's like it happens. You tell me what it is that you do, and I can tell you how to grow it, tell you how to market it, tell you what your marketing position should be. Once I find out what your relevant idea is, once I find out where you want to go with the business, that's my gift. And so each week, it gives me crazy joy to be with you and to talk with you, to answer you guys' questions here online. If you guys do have any questions, I mean, you are more than welcome to ask. Right now, I will stay on a little longer. If you do have any questions about business, whatever it is, it could be about marketing, it could be, how do I know that my business is profitable and not just making money? I've worked with clients that make a lot of money, but they don't make any profit. I've worked with businesses that are making a profit and they don't know what to do with the profit. I've worked with businesses that make the money, they save the money, and the business begins to tank and they don't know what to do. It's because they've sat on all of their profits. They haven't done any marketing. They don't want to do any marketing. They just believe that their name is going to carry them. Tonight we did talk about developing your business name. And the simple rule of naming your business is this. Within 3 seconds, a client should be able to tell you exactly what it is that your business does. Within 3 seconds. There should be no ifs, ands, or buts about it. They should be able to know what business you're in and how to contact you in 3 seconds. If I have to figure out what your business is, it's no good. It's no good. No good. It doesn't work. And so you only have a split second. If you study marketing, you'll see you only have a split second to catch a customer's attention. That's it. You don't have any more than that. So when you talk about your business name, if your business name is not simple, direct, and to the point, right now, forget the other stuff. Forget naming it after your kids and wanting it to, unless your child's name is, Auto Shop. Don't do any of that. You're in business to make money. And it always kills me when I sit down and I talk with entrepreneurs, and sometimes we'll get, if I find someone in the planning stages and they just need a thinking partner, we'll talk about these things. And I've had people get, pissed off because I tell them that the name of your business is stupid. And I don't say stupid, but I'll say the name of your business is not really speaking to what it is that you do. Well, I want to give honor to my dead mother. I get it. Name a service after your dead mother. Don't name your business after your dead mother. Unless your business is going to be named Alberta's Cleaning Company. Alberta's Painting Shop. You get what I'm saying? So just make sure, guys, that as you're naming your business, that you keep it simple. You keep it simple. Tonight, what you see on the board back here is we were working with one of the viewers tonight, Tanisha. She has a beauty bar. She does brows, lashes, and makeup. And when we were talking about naming, she asked a question, and you guys can scroll up in the comments there and see. But she said she hated her business name. And so what we did, and you guys, this video will be available for you, so you can always go back and take a look. we went back through and we did a brainstorming session, and I walked everyone through the process. How do I help businesses develop their name? How do I help them develop a simple name? And what we came up with is the Brow Bar. The Brow Bar, because she does, that's where she makes most of the money. Most of the money in her business comes from brows, and it's the highest profit margin service that she offers. So, since it's the highest profit margin service, and it's the most requested service, then we simply called it the Brow Bar, right? Does that make sense? And so for those that are here with us tonight, that's what this week was about. This is called Business Building Tuesday. My name is Xavier Johnson, and this is what I do. I create courses. We have courses and programs to help entrepreneurs with small business really excel at their business. But you guys already know that you have to do the work first, right? And so what you guys will see in the link, we did talk about, if you do have a business, what is the one thing that you need to be doing during this holiday season? And you need to be marketing. This is huge. You guys will see right there in the chat, you'll see a blog post that I did, and it's called What Most Businesses Are Missing Out On Right Now. Most businesses are not taking advantage of the upcoming holiday season. They don't have any specials or promotions, nothing that someone can give away as a gift. If you were a plumber, you could develop programs, you could develop a prepackaged deal to give away. If you were a plumber, if you were a heating and air guy, and that's your business, you do heating and air, you could sell spring packages, spring cleaning packages. Don't wait till spring to develop the package. Sell it now while people are thinking about buying things for other people, right? It only makes sense. It only makes sense, right? And that's just, do you see how it works? It's a system. Like I tell people, I'm not that smart, but I know how to use systems. And if you create the system will carry the business. And so we talked about prepayment packages. And the prepaid packages was for the most expensive service, right? The most expensive service. But you don't have to do the most expensive service. You can go with a mid-tier or low-tier product or service. You can go with that and then try for the upsell. You can definitely do that. The only reason we went high here is because I wanted to show you guys you can cut off some of the fat on the front end if you're going to sell more of the meat on the back end, right? So anyway, we can talk about that on another day. And then we went from prepayment packages and we talked about membership program. Now this is a brows, makeup, and lashes bar. And yes, you can develop a membership program for your business, right? If you have a business, I see we have a few folks that are still on. If you have a business and you have a question, just put it right there in the chat. If you tell me what your business is, I'll show you exactly how you can create a program for your business, whether it be a prepaid package or a membership program. Like I'll walk you through it. That's what this is about. So if you guys have a question, I mean, I'll stay on. For as long as you guys are participating, I'll stay on. I'll talk to you all night because I'm telling you this is my area of strength, and I love to serve you guys. So if you do have a question, that's what this is about. Oh, Kevin, I didn't see it, man. Oh, beautiful. That's a beautiful question, man. Beautiful question. The question is how would you offer gift cards or memberships for a landscaping company? So with landscaping, because it is a seasonal gig, right? And we think about tech support. Anthony, I'll get you right up next, my friend. I'll get you right up next. Absolutely. Landscaping. The way that you do it with landscaping is, or we treat landscaping as if it's seasonal. But landscaping is a year-round gig, right? People just don't do it year-round. So the ways you sell the packages are this. People know that coming in the spring, they're going to need grass cut, hedges trimmed, all that great stuff. Right now, people are going to need trees trimmed, right? Limbs, and leaves are falling, so we need to be able to get the leaves up. And so the way that you sell it is you don't sell the benefit, or you don't sell the feature. You don't sell, hey guys, I'm offering a landscaping prepackaged plan. You tell them, hey, wouldn't it be nice to come out in your yard during the fall and winter and actually see your yard and not a yard full of leaves? Wouldn't you like to enjoy your property during the fall and winter? Shouldn't your property look its best year-round? Do you get the difference? So I'm not just saying that I rake leaves. I'm a beautifier of properties, right? So that's the way you sell it. You sell it because you cast the vision and you show them, hey, this is what I want. Don't you want to enjoy your property year-round? When you pull in from the grocery store, doesn't it frustrate you that you see leaves all over the freaking place? Well, I have a program. It's $99 a month, and we keep your yard clean. We keep leaves out of your yard. We'll normally come once every other week, but if I need to come for 3 weeks, I'll come for 3 weeks, but it's still $99. Now, if you want to upgrade that, we have a $149 package. It not only includes the leaves, but we also trim the hedges, and we trim any limbs that may put your property in danger. Do you see how that works? Does that make sense? And so the membership program, that's the membership program. You can sell gift certificates for the exact same thing. You can simply go through a neighborhood. You can go door to door, and it's very easy to do in neighborhoods. But you can sell a 3-4 package, program or gift certificate that allows, for, during the winter you get 2 raking sessions, 1 branch trimming, and your first spring cut for $200. And so, they could buy that package, right? And they know that at least twice during the winter, you're going to be over there, or fall and winter, you're going to be over there to rake up the leaves and to dispose of those. Not only rake them, but we're going to dispose, which is a great value because we still sell it. Don't you want to enjoy your property? So that's that. And then you move right into your 1 branch trimming because we want to keep your property safe. And then your first spring cut. So your first spring cut now tees up business for spring and summer because they've already seen you throughout the fall and winter. Now you're moving into, then you'll be moving into your spring and summer season, which if you've done a great job during the fall and winter, summer, the spring and summer business is super, super easy to get. So, Kevin, I hope that helped, man. That was a great question. Great question about lawn service. And next up is Mr. Anthony Shirley, and he has 2 questions: tech support, website, and CEO service, which is awesome. It's an awesome service. Anthony, I'm going to ask you real quick, with tech support, are you doing tech support on their website? Kind of give me some idea of what the tech support is, what that actually entails, right? So talk to me sort of what you're you still with me, Anthony? I'm just trying to get some understanding of the tech support piece. Just tell me sort of what you normally work with tech support. The website and CEO service, I'm definitely going to get into that. That's huge for businesses. That's just one thing that a lot of businesses don't understand, but I'll definitely get into that. But your tech support is working on other people's websites, whether you built the site or not. You're skilled enough to go in, no matter what their setup is, WordPress, or if it's an HTML or whatever the site is, you're able to go in and kind of work through that, correct? I think that's exactly what that's what he was saying. Oh, okay. Customer website and social media. I think that those are great services. So let me talk through that a little bit. When you talk about tech support, sites are going to go down. Right? Sites are going to go down. They're going to crash. They're going to need updating. And one of the issues that most people deal with, especially if they're dealing with something like WordPress, and you can attest to this, WordPress, much like Android, is an open source technology. And because it is an open source technology, you have all of the plugins from different folks, right? And so if you have a little bit of skill, a bit of knowledge, and you can create a plugin, then you can create your plugin and design it to work with the base version of WordPress. And WordPress powers, I think the last statistic I saw, it was over 50% of the websites that are online was powered by some sort of version of WordPress. And so we know that they're going to go down. And I want to deal with this first before I get into how you sell it, but here's the dilemma that you deal with, Anthony, and I'm sure you can attest to it. There are so many freaking videos out there and so many articles, the do-it-yourself, the DIY as it relates to technology, building your sites and things like that, that people believe that they truly have the time and energy to do this on their own site. They don't see the value in creating a relationship with someone such as yourself. So Anthony, this is the way I believe you sell your service, or you should sell your service. Because I think it's a great service. I think it's an awesome service. But this is how you sell it. This is how you sell it, right? You can easily get you can Google error messages in WordPress, right? And once you Google it, you can do a screenshot of that picture. And I would create my marketing material around the issues that people face. So what happens? So let's see. What's the name of your business, Anthony? What's the name of it? And so what I want to do is I want to just kind of give you guys, and this is just a little marketing, and we'll play around with it just a little bit. But what's your business name, Anthony? And I just want to show you guys how you can take a business name and you can create marketing material that surrounds the business name, that surrounds that entire marketing piece, and that is branding, right? Virtual Geek, I like it. I like it. All right, no, business names. Okay, Virtual Geek. So, Anthony, one of the things that you want to do is this. You want to create this persona or this tagline, right? All right, you remember the Geico commercials? Geico commercials, now, not the ones they had now. I think one of the best commercial taglines that they had, or ideas that they had, they used to do the bad news, good news. You remember those? Bad news, good news. So the guy would be standing in front of the judge, and he's talking to the judge or whatever, and the judge would say, the bad news, Mr. Smith, is that you are going to prison for 20 years. The good news is that I save 20% of my car insurance by switching to Geico. It's that absurd tagline. Not saying you need to go absurd, but that's the mindset, right? Virtual Geek is really great. Virtual Geek is really great, but you want to remind people what could go wrong. I'm not telling you to sell by fear, but I am telling you to inform. So you could start with, you could do each one of your marketing materials, or each one of your social media posts, right? So if you create, like the cards for social media, at the top it says, what would you do? What would you do? Now, this is at the top of all of your marketing material. All of the stuff, not all of the marketing material, but all of the things when you do your daily marketing out in the marketplace. So imagine this is, that's that. That's the little card, that you're going to create in either Canva or Ripple or whatever you're using to create your marketing material. So let's say this is it. Your business name is Virtual Geek. And so sell it that you need a geek, right? You need a geek. What would you do? And then you tell them what may go wrong. Here's the scenario. What would you do? Customer is getting ready to make and I'm just doing that because that's the storyline. Customer is getting ready to make a $200 purchase on your website. He hits submit payment. When he hits submit payment, whatever error message that's common on WordPress, right? Or any website, it doesn't necessarily matter. You just type in, payment error messages. And if you do it in Google, click search. Click search. What's going on, Vargas? That's my other brother. All right. So what would you do? And then you give the scenario. Customers getting ready to make a $200 purchase on your website. And then over here, you do a screenshot of the error message. I don't know, payment failed. Any error message that is customary with WordPress or regular site, you put that there. So here's the problem. Customers getting ready to make a $200 purchase on your site. You could even do an emoji, yay, and then payment failed. Another emoji, oh. What would you do? It can black out. What would you do? And then you say, a smart person would call a geek. Right? Smart person would call a geek, and then your information. Really simple. Right? Does that make sense? Does that help? So you create a theme with what would you do? What would you do? What would you do if you're uploading something to your website? And I know this happens with WordPress a lot. You're adding one plugin, right? This plugin, they promise you it's going to make life so much easier for your website. It's going to make it all great. And then you install the plugin. You go back, you refresh, you go back to your page, and all you see is gibberish or error codes at the bottom. It breaks it. Customer freaks out. They don't know what to do, who to call. What would you do? Right? So something like that will show people that your service is what you need. Right? And then they have to have a simple way to contact you. So yeah, you can talk about the lost income. Right? And you can get into that. They're not going to sit and wait that long. But you want to show them their pain point. See, if I truly want to help someone, This is the way I sell my service, my consulting service. So I do, I have courses and things like that online, but I still work with physical clients, right? I work with municipalities that teach leadership. And one of the things that I work on is when I walk into a company and I sit down and I get the meeting, right? The first question I ask is, how's your leadership team doing? What's your turnover like? What was the last major leadership issue that you had? I ask the questions because I want them to remember the pain. Does that make sense? I ask the questions to make them remember the pain. What would you do? Or has this ever happened? And then you talk about what are these things. And then you can get into, if you have time to do it, right? If you have time to put it in the marketing material, you can tell them lost revenue, all these things. Customer loyalty is not there. There are a lot of websites now that don't have SSL certificates. You already know, security certificates, but a lot don't have it now. And you could start a service just installing those. Just going in and testing their websites, testing them for speed. So is there any sort of test that you can run? Is there a system that you can put in place that you can get out there and sell that system to people? Does that make sense? So, in other words, you let people...
But you don't seem to be connected to the internet.
All right, that's Siri, man. She's just talking. I don't know what her issue is. But what would happen is you would have the ability to talk to the business about their site, right? And who do you call? It's Halloween, so this is a perfect marketing opportunity for Ghostbusters, right? So you can literally pull a video from anywhere. And who you gonna call? Virtual Geek, right? Because it's Halloween, right? So it only makes sense. And the beautiful thing about Ghostbusters and doing a Ghostbusters type marketing program, who you gonna call, is because Ghostbusters is a year-round deal, right? Everybody knows who Ghostbusters are. So anyway, so you could definitely use that. But what would you do? I would create probably 10 to 15 of those cards, and I would just send those out on a regular basis just to keep people reminded. All of the groups that you're part of, definitely put that stuff out there. As you begin to educate people into, educate people into what your business is, then it's easier to sell it. Now, the warm markets, I would hope that right now that you have some warm leads. These are businesses that you already know. So I tell you where I would hang out. I would hang out at the Chamber of Commerce. I would hang out in any networking group in your local area. It is so much easier to do it locally than it is online. So much easier. It's cheaper to do it online, but it's easier to do it physically in your local space. So what I would challenge you to do is I would challenge you to spend 4 hours a week. You start off with 4. 4 hours a week in your local community, walking into small businesses. Okay? Ask to speak to the owner. Say, hey, I just need 2 minutes of your time. Man, I'm glad to come in and do business with you. It looks great in here. I see you guys got some laptops. I see you got some other stuff. I do have a question, though. What would you do if your website broke? Who would you call? And I'm telling you, cue the crickets. Most businesses don't have a clue as to who they would call. They got a friend or somebody in high school to build the site, and that's your opening. When they say, you know what, I don't know. Never thought about it. It's never broken. You ever had a flat tire? Yeah, me too. Here's my card. If you guys ever need my assistance, give me a call. I also do a free assessment on websites just on speed, right? Because if a website loads slowly, customers are more likely to go away from it before it even loads. right? It just creates a frustration deal. We know people want their stuff and they want it now. Okay, well, give me a call. I can do that free assessment for you, give you the information. There's no risk, no obligation. I'll just do the test for you and bring it in for you. And then you go from there. And that's it. You see how that verbiage goes? And it's so much easier to do that face-to-face than it is online. It is really, really tough to sell online. So the other piece I would do, when you think about a membership program, because you can sell, you can sell gift certificates, you can sell packages, things like that on website development, the website and SEO services. With those services, you're going to have to educate a little more than sell. With that, the sell comes through the education. And you explain to people why, in really simple terms, what SEO is, right? And if you can't do it in 5 seconds and they know exactly what you're talking about, you're gonna have an issue, right? And so I'll give you an example. Okay, Ms. Brown Simmons, I'll answer that in a second. I'll answer that in a second because I know you have a lot of experience because you're already doing cosmetology. But if you're going to do SEO, so I'll give you an example. People don't buy what they don't understand, right? Like we just don't. We have to understand what it is and then we buy it, okay? So if I'm going to sell SEO services, the way that I would sell it is I would walk into a business and I said, man, you guys are great. You guys sell, donuts. This is a great donut shop. I pull out my phone, or I pull out my iPad, or I pull out whatever you use, whatever tablet you use, and I would say, here, let me show you something. And I would go to Google and I would just type in donut shops in whatever city you're in. And you guys both look at it together. Now, the key is, because it's a sales tactic, but you got to be slick with it. So before, what you do is you make all the lists of the businesses that you want to walk into this week in your 4 hours, right? So you make a list of the businesses. I want to go into 20 businesses this week. Make the list of businesses. Do the Google search before you walk in, right? Because if you mess around and do the Google search and their name come up on the front page, you're going to walk out of there with egg on your face, right? So do the search. It makes the sale better, right? And so you go in and you just type it in their face. Now, if they don't come up on the front page, they need your service, right? And so you ask them, how many people do you believe search for a donut shop or a mechanic in this area? And you see these people came up before you, these people came up before you. Oh, these people are a client of mine. You get what I'm saying? And so you sell it that way. You show them, and the sales doesn't have to be quick. When you initially go in to talk with a business, don't waste their time. They don't have all day to talk to you because they're trying to make money in their business. Your presentation, from the time you walk in the door to the time you're walking out with a set date and time to come back and talk to them longer, is about 5 minutes. That's it. No more than that. They don't have time to sit and listen to an unplanned, unscheduled lecture about SEO and website. They don't have it, right? But they do have 5 minutes, right? And so that's all I want to do. I want to come up with a great presentation that's going to take me less than 30 seconds to make a powerful statement, right? And so you ask them that. You be able to give them that information because they have to see it. We want to be on the front page of Google. We want to be on the initial search results, right? And so and then at that point, then you schedule the meeting. And I know that you know your stuff well enough to master the second meeting. The problem that most businesses have when we walk in to sell is we don't do well on the first meeting. We sell benefits and we don't sell, or we sell features and we don't sell benefits. We don't walk in and show a business that because your business is not showing up on the front page, you could literally be costing your business hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. Because this is the nature we live in. This is what we do. There are many articles out there that talk about the buying habits or the shopping habits of customers. You want to have that stuff at your disposal. You want to print those off and give them a copy. any mailing list that you have. Send that out. Hey guys, just thought about you. Anybody that you meet at the Chamber of Commerce meetings, at the networking meetings, get their cards. I don't care what business they're in. If they have a business card, they have a website, and they have an email address. You put that into your system, your customer system, and you send them an article on the detriments of your business or your website not being SEO ready. Or you send them a free report without them asking about it. Or if you see a realtor in the area, or you see a realtor that's there and, you know, top realty mistakes, top realty website mistakes, right? And you just send it to them. You add value. To be honest, you do what I'm doing right now. You get that? So I offer courses for sale. I teach people to open and run and grow six-figure businesses, right? You would never give me $1 if I didn't spend the time to educate you right now. Does that make sense? So find out how you can add value. I'm not telling you to give away the house. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is how can you add value to your customers? And that just may be that free assessment. If you can do that free assessment in a few minutes, then do it. Then do it. So great question, my friend. Thanks for checking in. Thanks for checking in. Miss Brown Simmons, I'm coming. You would love to start doing motivational speaking, and how would you start? I know you do a lot of motivational speaking already inside of your salon. Like I already know. And so there's a few different ways you can get into motivational speaking. And always keep in mind that motivational speaking is, it's a platform, right? It's steps. It's steps. So you're going to do a lot of free stuff in the beginning. A lot of it. So here's a few things that you're going to need. Matter of fact, get with Mr. Anthony and let him build you a site. That's first. In order to be a motivational speaker, you got to have something to say. You got to have something to say. You got to be a thought leader, right? The things that you say, we know that there's nothing new under the sun. But what's your value proposition? What makes your stuff special, right? Like what makes it special? Now what you have is you're a cosmetologist. So I'm just going to put stylist. Have you ever been married? Ms. Brown, have you been married? There you go. Yeah, get with Anthony. Website is first. So I'm going to put wife. I'm going to put mother. See, your name is hyphenated, so duh. It shows you one of my moments. Your name's hyphenated, so of course you're married. So stylist, wife, mother. Employee. You've worked for somebody somewhere before. Stylist, wife, mother, employee. You've also been you're an entrepreneur. Okay? You've been somebody's friend. What else? You've been somebody's enemy. Woo! Enemy. I'm sure I spelled that wrong. E-N-E. It don't look right to me. What else have we been? You've been in love. You've had heartbreak. You've had disappointment. Can you see those? Blended family. All right. So this is a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff. Now watch this. Okay? This is a job, right? So you can speak from any of these positions, right? There's no emotion to stylist, wife, mother, employee, entrepreneur. There are situations that have happened in your life, but it's not necessarily emotional stuff. There are women that go through this, and they're right here every day, all right? Being a friend, there's some emotional stuff that comes along with that, right? Same thing with being someone's enemy, right? Like you were their enemy. That wasn't your intent. You became their enemy. You guys had a disagreement, whatever the case is, you became their enemy. Talk through that, right? Talk through, you know what? I know people didn't like me. You know what? And they had a right. They had a right not to like me because at that point in my life, this is where I was, right? I was a good enemy, and this is why. I was a good enemy because I was mean, I was hateful, and I believed I was right. I didn't like them. I didn't like what they did with their family. I didn't like what they did with their wife. I didn't like what they did with blah, 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 blah. I don't like how she talked. She's always negative. She's always something, something other. She can't get nothing from me. Tell people about your time being negative. Oftentimes when we talk to people, we do very well at making ourselves the hero, right? We do really well at telling people how great we are. We are just piss poor in telling people how we suck, right? Tell that. Tell how you were an enemy, right? Write a blog post on how to be a good enemy, right? And it's going to have the opposite effect. Because people, when they begin to read it, there's a book called The 48 Laws of Power. Somebody's read it, I'm sure. The 48 Laws of Power. I read this book a few times. Let me tell you. One of the laws is the law of manipulation. Let me tell you something. I almost dropped. It's like the book caught on fire. I couldn't believe that somebody would write a law on being manipulative. Like, really? So when you write your blog post on being a good enemy, this is how you be a good enemy. As people read it, they're going to say, man, I do this stuff. And then you finish the blog post with, you know, if you want to stay somebody's enemy, master the stuff I just lit up, I just put on the blog post. If you don't want to master this stuff, you don't want to be a good enemy, just do the opposite. Check you guys out next week. And end it that way. Because it gives you an opportunity to call people out without calling people out, if that makes sense. Being in love, right? Speaking about your perspective about being in love. And what does that look like? I'm sure you have a story, and I'm sure that you know women that don't have the slightest clue about being in love. It's a lost art. I used to pastor, and I used to tell the church, I think falling in love is the dumbest, most foolish thing a person can do. I think it's absolutely the worst decision you could ever make. Like, it is the worst. There's no decision that you can make, I promise you, that's as bad as falling in love with somebody. I promise you that. And then church, they'd be leaning in like, oh man, he's crazy. He's like, what's wrong with this dude? Okay. And so then I would get them nodding yes. I said, well, Jesus is love, right? And they say, yeah. Jesus is the perfect example of love, yeah? Yeah. In the Bible, how did God say Jesus showed his love? Oh, he died. And then people start looking at their neighbors. They're like, huh? He died. Right, he suffered. So he showed his love to us through suffering. He didn't have an enjoyable life. He suffered, was lied on, he was beaten, and he was murdered. Are you willing to do all of that to show that you love somebody? And then they lean back, okay. And you start seeing some of the facial expressions. And then they'll say, I said, okay, well, you don't believe me? Go to 1 Corinthians. They'll go to 1 Corinthians. Let's go to 13. Let's look at what God says love is. Paul is talking to the church at Corinth, and we go down the list. Love is patient, and love is kind, and love remembers no wrongs, and love is long-suffering. And they're like, yeah, we get everybody nodding, yeah, that's love. Okay, in order for me to show patience, you have to be getting on my nerves. I can't show patience if you're not getting on my nerves. Love is kind. In order for me to show kindness, you have to be acting like a jackass. In order for me to show long suffering, that means I have to be suffering. In order for, watch this, and this is what they shut up. In order for love to remember no wrongs, yeah, you got to do me wrong. You got to do me wrong so I can't remember the wrong. So in order for me to show love, I have to be abused by you. Do you see how I just made the argument as to why falling in love is insane? And that the person that I'm willing to do that for, why they are so special, why they are so amazing. And now you see husbands looking at wives and wives looking at husbands like, yeah, like you're it. And that's why I chose you, because you were worth it. You get what I'm saying? So you see how I could take that same thing and make it a motivational speech for married couples. You see how you do that? And we can stretch that out with story after story, right? Of our own lives, of other people's stories. But your question is, how do you get into that? So I'm talking about subjects that you have experience in. So what I want you to start doing first, get with Anthony and get a website up. All right, I'm going to erase this stuff. Get a website up. All right, with the website, tonight we talked a lot about, at the beginning of the broadcast, your name, right? A business name. The website probably should be your name. Yeah, it probably should be your name. Something simple, right? Nickname, but make it simple. All right. Then blog post, blog or vlog, right? The way that I do mine, and you can go to XavierJohnson.com. I will put the link here. This first link, don't worry about it. That's my that's a 7-day challenge. That's a free program that I offer, just helping people to start their business. And XavierJohnson.com. All right, and then you can go to XavierJohnson.com and then go to my blog post. Once you see my blog, what you'll see is a video. You'll see a summary, and then I have some podcast stuff on there too. What I'd like to see you do is, if you're going to do a video blog, you can do it with a camera phone, right? Like literally just one of these. The cameras are great. Even on a decent phone, the cameras are great. And it's easy to do, okay? So you can do that. And then do a summary, right? If you don't like to type. But if you like to type, go ahead and do a regular blog post, right? So once you get your website, you're going to start doing blogs. Okay, I would do weekly blogs. Weekly, just once a week. You create the blog post, and you can market that to multiple sites the entire 7 days, right? So you have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, It's not just for young people. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. Those are the big four. Those are the big four, I think. Yeah. Those are the four that people are on. And then for each blog post, you just chop it up. So let's say you do an hour-long or a 45-minute-long video, a 30-minute video, 10-minute. What you do is you chop up that information. You create, you know, the little sayings, the quotes. You create quotes. I would create about 4 to 5 quotes per video. Now, these don't all have to be your quotes. Most should be. Most should be. So spend time putting together your quotes, okay? Now, what I'm doing, I'm giving you the fast track, right, on how to get started and how to get your name out there. Because if you're going to be a motivational speaker, you have to have followers. Once you have followers, then people will begin to listen to your voice. There's going to be a select few, and then that's what makes your audience, okay? So, get your website done. It should be more of a blog, vlog type website. Get these accounts already created. If you already have them, great. If you already have followers on them, great. Just keep it like that. You can actually change the name. Mine is Ask Xavier J on all of these platforms, but all of them had different names. So I went in and I found a name that was available in each one to make it easy on each platform. With each blog or vlog post, 4 to 5 quotes per video, and you can make those on Canva.com. I'm going to put it right here. I'm going to put it in the chat. Canva.com, you can make the quotes, and it's really nice and it's free. So you just create the free account, and it's really cool. Canva.com is really cool. So you'll see it. You'll see Facebook, and you can just create it, and you just move on from there. So, let's see. Then you go, so we got a website, it's going to be a blog, create these social media accounts, 4 to 5 quotes per video, and Anthony can show you how to do that or how to put them into your posts, so don't worry about any of that because he offers tech support, right? So he can walk you through how to work your site. And Canva.com will give you those videos. Now, here's the hard part. You ready? There's got to be a hard part somewhere. Create your stories. That's it. Everything that I had listed up here, wife, entrepreneur, mother, blended family, in love, whatever, heartbreak, loss. Create your stories around each one of those topics. Not long stories, short stories. Okay? Are you with me? You still with me? Miss Shakira? That's not Shakira. That's not it. That's not it. I know I messed it up. But create your short stories. Short stories, a few minutes, you know, maybe 2 or 3 minutes for the story. And put those, there you go. Create those short stories. Once you create those short, and I'll give you an example of what one sounds like. So, and I use this when I'm teaching teaching leadership. And I open with this story. So I walk in, I introduce myself. Hey guys, my name is Xavier. It's great to be with you guys today. You know, I'm from a small town in McDonough, or a small town in Georgia called McDonough. And, you know, I was probably, I don't know, 8, 9 years old. And I was at a summer camp. And at the summer camp, you know, kids from all over, black, white, you know, just it's a nice town. So all over. And I get into an argument with a kid, right? And we're out playing, you know, we're playing dodgeball. You know, we weren't really playing basketball. We weren't really big enough to do that yet. But we're playing dodgeball, right? And that's where most arguments for small children come into games like dodgeball. And the kids he said, I hit you. And I said, you didn't. He said, you did. Yes, I did. I hit you. I hit you with the ball. You're out. Get out. I said, I'm not out. You didn't hit me, and I'm staying in. So he runs up in my face, and he says, man, get out, man. I hit you with the ball. I said, bro, get out my face, man. Get out my face. Don't run up in my face like that. He said, what you going to do? What you going to do? I said, bro, get up out my face, man. Get up out my face. I don't play these games, right? And so he pushes me. And he pushed me, man, and I fell back a little bit. And you know, back in the day, you know, you get that one little tear. And I got that one little tear. And I looked this boy in his face. I balled up my fist. And I said, thunder, thunder, thundercats. Ho! And as soon as I said it, this boy he punched me right in my face. As soon as I said, thundercats, ho! He went, poof! Everybody in the room is laughing. And I tell them the moral of the story is, it was at that moment when I first realized I didn't know how to fight. I had no clue. I had never been in a fight in all of my life. The only example of fighting I had really seen was Thundercats. I don't know what I thought was going to happen when I called on these mystical cat-like, cat-human people. But what happened is got me punched in my face, is what happened. And that was the first time that I realized that I didn't know what I didn't know. And what I didn't know is that I didn't know how to fight. So the reason why I'm here today, guys, is I don't want you to get punched in the face by life, right? I'm here to talk to you about leadership and some things that you may experience that you're not expecting that you're going to experience. And then we start the meeting. So you get how that goes? You see how that goes? My Thundercats hole got me punched in the face. But so you work on those short stories, and you never tell a story without a point. So don't just ramble just for rambling's sake. Never tell a story without a point, and never make a point without telling a story. Does that make sense? Never tell a story without a point, and never make a point without a story. Because people don't remember that large thing. They remember short bites. Think about it. When Martin Luther King gave the I Have a Dream speech, people can't tell you what the speech is. They can tell you he had a dream. They can tell you that he's been to the mountaintop. Do you get what I'm saying? So people remember small snippets. So you tell your stories. As you're doing motivational speaking, you start with the end in mind. What do I want people to feel? And then I'll hush. Then I'll hush. Here's the last piece. When you're speaking, anytime you're speaking, ask your people, ask yourself, what do I want people to feel? What do I want them to know? And what do I want them to do? What do I want people to feel? When I'm done talking, what do I want you to feel? What do I want people to do? What action do I want people to take? Always give them an action. And what do I want them to know when you're done? The know piece can be, you can do this. I want you to know that you've been through a lot and that you have the experience to make it. You can do everything I just told you that you can do. That's all that is. That's all it is. And if you do that, you're good. Find a Toastmasters group. If you're not a part of Toastmasters, go find a Toastmasters, and they can help you with just the speaking piece, right? How to, where to get loud and where to slow down your voice. What hand gestures to use to make your point. So Toastmasters is a great program to get started. If you're around Henry County, we have a Toastmasters that meet every first, third, and fifth Thursday. So, but I hope that helped. I hope that helped, Miss Simmons. I hope that helped. Hope it helped. I have fun doing that one. You guys have been great tonight, man. Really, really have. Really have. That's it, guys. If you don't have any other questions for me, we have been rocking tonight for a little over 2 hours, man. This is, when I tell you that I don't mind staying, I don't mind answering these questions. It is phenomenal to me. It's phenomenal to me. I love working with you guys and love answering these questions, and this is my gift. And so it gives me an opportunity for me to serve my purpose, for God to continue to use me to help and to bless others. So it's great. I really, really enjoyed you guys tonight. And with that, I will bid you adieu. I will say good night to you. And if I can assist you guys, let me know. And then, yeah, Anthony, please reach out. Please reach out, and he'll walk you through the process. And you know, the last piece that I'll give you, Ms. Simmons, is this. And this is why his service is so important. And we miss this oftentimes. We want the blessing. We want the massive life, right? It doesn't necessarily mean income, but we want these great things. And what I've seen people do, they'll have someone like Anthony that he has the skill. This is obviously his place of strength. They'll go and waste an entire month trying to do this on their own. Instead of you working on your short stories, creating your stories, working on your quotes, working on your content for your blog or your vlog, instead of doing that, they'll spend a month and a half, countless hours trying to build a website. It blows my mind. Blows my mind. So, but anyway, there it is. You guys are awesome. I love you. It has been great to spend time with you. I'm here every single Tuesday at 7 p.m. This is Business Building Tuesday, and we help individuals start and run their business, grow their business, and do some amazing things. So until then, guys, always keep in mind, always remember that you are built for this. You're built for the life that you have, and you're built for the life to come. He has some great things for you. You have some great potential. And I want you to never walk away from life not knowing that you've lived up to your maximum potential. So with that, go do something amazing. My name's Xavier. If I can help you in the meantime, you can get me at all of these platforms at Ask Xavier J, or you can email me at Xavier, Xavier, at XavierJohnson.com. Guys, I love you. Take care. Have a great evening. Until next time.